Hello there, digital marketer, advertiser, business owner. Are you opposed to learning about the number one skill that you can have that drives more interested traffic to your product, your offer, your page, your website, or your service? And this isn't just interested traffic like people that saw your ad and are like, oh, let me just see what's more about it. I'm talking about interested people that want to learn more about your product, that want to learn about your services, that want to buy it, that are interested, that get excited about it, and how you can attract that. I'm about to share that with you here over these next few moments. And if you're still here, amazing. You're going to have a huge advantage over just about every other advertiser out there, or about 90% of the advertisers out there. Because the truth is that most advertisers, that just happened, but most advertisers are not spending the time to do this, especially the small ones who are putting tons and tons of money. I'm not saying individually tons of money, but they are investing collectively tons of money into simple ads. You've got a quick headline with a little blurb that they copy and pasted from a website. It's highly impactful, it gets people interested, and they upload a photo, and that's their ad. And how do you stand out in that huge sea of people? We're talking hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, because maybe thousands or millions of people are putting tens of dollars into it. Not even a ton of money, but you're competing with a sea of huge numbers and numbers of people that are looking to get into the game. And how do you stand out in that crowd? I mean, first of all, you could say, well, I'm a well-known influencer and I've got this brand and tons of followers, so I just need to keep creating videos. Or if I've got my own product, I have to create a high-quality product and I just have to invest in the right type of ads. But the truth is that there is so much ad space, ad revenue being had by Facebook. Facebook is getting so much ad revenue from so many different people, so many companies, that if you really want to stand out in that space, you have to come up with a different type of ad, a different type of go-to market strategy. You got to use different tactics. And that's what this video is about. So be sure to check out Tai Lopez's Traffic Mastery Program to learn more about all of this. But I'm going to be sharing with you the number one secret is video. Video is coming above traffic generation, traditional traffic generation in digital marketing space, from headline making to creative advertising images to even copywriting. Now, I'm just going to cover these first two real quick, right? We've got traditional digital advertising. It's so easy to do. There's copy and paste. You can create a catchy headline with a quick little blurb of like 250 words, and then you put an image up, and that's your ad. And you could test that in 10 different ways for just pennies per view. And you test it, and then you hone in, and then you decide on the best one. But there are thousands, hundreds, maybe millions of people doing that at any given moment that are pushing these types of ads out. And how do you really stand out in that crowd? How interesting of a picture can you come up with that's going to sit well with the culture of your company? And how well of a headline can you create that's actually going to stand out? There are hundreds of thousands of templates and examples of headlines that you can use that people literally just need to copy paste. They don't even have to be good copywriters anymore. And how do you get people? And the third one is copywriters. Here's why video is going to stand out above copywriters. Not because video is more valuable than copywriters. Copywriters are absolutely incredibly valuable. Copywriters are absolutely essential to any growing business. But really, really good copywriters are expensive. Very expensive, because for every dollar you spend on them, they're expecting that you're going to get 5 times or 10 times your money. So for every copywriter out there. But on top of that, there's so many copywriters. There are so many copywriters out there that it's really hard to tell who the really great ones are. And on top of that, copywriting as a skill today is being copied and mimicked and templated. So to truly find a really good copywriter, if you're a already successful business with millions of dollars and a big ad budget, you can hire the big copywriters. If you're just learning and you're growing a business and you can't really hire people, then you can learn how to start copywriting yourself, but it may not be as good. And you're going to spend a lot of money testing and all of that. And on top of that, there's so many copywriting templates. Just the other day, I was looking at this product where you just type in a few different words, you type in a few examples, and artificial intelligence, which it could just be any sort of algorithm or software, pumps out an amazing page of copy for you that you can just copy paste on your website. How do you stand out in that market? And if you're a copywriter, if you've got that skill, how do you get seen? You could spend some time and write an amazing piece of copy just on your advertisement, but on Google search, you can't put that much content into one ad. On Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, very few people are going to read the entire advertisement, because if you're a good copywriter, you also know how to bold and highlight and capitalize all the very specific things that you want people to see. But with the Facebook ad, that is much more difficult to do. And if you're getting into advertising, then video is the number one skill that you absolutely must have. It is absolutely essential, hands down, if you want to stand out, if you want to get interested people to look at your product. So if you want to learn more about all of this, the entire space of advertising, how to drive interested traffic, how to attract interested people to your website, your product, your service, or your offer, your sign up, whatever that is, your newsletter, then definitely check out Tai Lopez's Traffic Mastery Program. It's an absolutely must see if you want to learn about these incredible skills. But here's the thing. Here's another reason why video is so essential, such an essential part of every marketing system. We already know about how flooded the regular traditional ad space is. You put a catchy ad, you upload it, and then you test all the different headlines, test all the different images, and that's your ad. That's it. Now, how many people do you know are writing those ads? Probably a lot. You could probably just on your Facebook page scroll through it and find 10 different people just using that method. But out of all of those, what percent of people do you see using video ads and making them nicely? Maybe 1 out of every 10, 1 out of every 20. You're probably going to already stand out between 5 to 10%. On the top 5 or 10% of all the digital advertisers doing the same thing simply by creating a video ad. And again, you do need the skill of knowing how to create the ad. You do need to have the skill of creating the video, and you have to know exactly what to say. But if you want to start attracting people without video ads, you're basically just throwing your money into this sea of people and hoping that something sticks and continuing to test it out. Now, I'm not saying that regular advertising with like images and a quick blurb is over. If you've got a great product, a great image, you get it to the right people at the right time with your targeting and all of that, great, amazing. That is still one of the key secrets and fundamentals of advertising. But when you want to go beyond that, when you want to get to the next level, when you want to stand out, what can you do? You go to video ads. And again, this is a video done in partnership, an affiliate partnership with Tai Lopez's Traffic Mastery Program. It teaches you all of the skills to master traffic and getting more engaged customers and leads into your business. And this covers all of these areas that I'm talking about. And on top of that, if you want to start getting into videos, this is the next major idea that we need to quickly cover, is this idea of standing out as a video marketer. Because here's the thing, and here's why copywriters are still hugely essential to your business. Now earlier I put copywriters as I said 1, 2, 3, copywriters as 3, but that's not saying that copywriters are any less valuable. They're so valuable that but the fact that where they get positioned in a sales cycle or a marketing funnel is potentially too late if you're not capturing the traffic. It's potentially too late because if they're seeing your ad, but they're not going to see the amazing tens of thousands of dollars that you spend on copy or the amazing template that was created by that person that you copied and that you used on your page, if they're not seeing that, none of that even matters. If they're not interested, or if they're not as interested in your product or your offer or your service, or they don't feel a need because you didn't make a video, then none of that really matters. So with that, I would say that the copywriter is the essential, the heart and the organs of getting that marketing funnel and that sale, the video is literally the face, the full appearance. People want to buy the product or the book or your service or take you up on your offer simply by seeing what it is that you're capable of offering for them through video. And with that said, what copywriting comes in is that copywriters can even have an advantage because they can create videos that are more compelling, that are more interesting. But it's a whole different skill set that lets you stand out among all of the huge sea of people out there. And when you share a video, you're getting a huge advantage, because think about all of the people that are advertising on Facebook and trying to stand out. And then if you have a video there, you stand out. But think about how many less advertisers smaller advertisers that are truly on YouTube. Because most small marketers or smaller marketers that are just starting out, or even small business owners, they don't have the resources to invest into a video marketer. They need to hire the copywriter. They need to know ad copy. They need to know how to create the ad. They need to know how to advertise, put the ad out there, the video, to get it out to people. They need to feel comfortable on camera. They need to be able to speak on camera. And then the cost of editing, the cost of putting all of that together, the expenses start to add up and it can become overwhelming. So when you have that advantage, the barriers to entry to that are much, much, much higher than someone who just copy and pastes ads from whatever template they got it from for their product. Or, if they hired a copywriter to write their ads or whatever. But at the end of the day, the amount of testing that can happen when it comes to like text ads or just the image ads is much less costly, much lower barrier to entry than it is if you need somebody or need to create your own video advertisement. Now, for example, we've all seen on television or the radio, we've seen that the advertisement for the car dealership of the interesting guy, that guy with the cowboy hat and the boots, and he welcomes you over down to his shop because you're going to get 50% off of your car. Now, you're probably not going to get 50% off, but I just made that as an example. Maybe you get 50% off your first month's payment or something, right? 50% off your first month's payment, best deal in town, and you get a free, and he'll put the mats in the car or whatever. Absolutely exceptional customer service and all of that. You're not just family. You're not just a customer. You're a family, or whatever that ad comes up to, right? Who do you remember? That guy from that video who invites you over to his dealership, or the dealership that you just saw a picture of with a bunch of nice cars? Chances are you remember that person, especially if they've offered you a good deal. So this has been true since forever. Now, obviously, television, everything is video, but if you're standing out on the internet, not everything is video, but things are just streamed in front of us, and it's so easy to skip past your ad that's just a text ad. But if you want to get a video, well, you've seen this video. If you saw this video as an ad, you'll know that you either skipped it right at the beginning, or you had to at least see my face and hear the very first few seconds of this message. And that is the power of video advertising. It's almost better than a billboard, because a billboard, if you could make video billboards, that would be huge. And there are some out there. But this is the number one opportunity here in 2022 and beyond. I'm going to say up until like 2050. Now, probably like 2030 and beyond. I'll give it another 8 years until there's going to be something just a step ahead of video advertising. There's going to be some other skill that you can apply towards video advertising. But if you have the skill of video advertising, that's going to carry you through for beyond that. But there's going to be like extra thing that you can do, probably some sort of, I can't imagine it yet. Maybe you can like teleport and like pop up on like their iPhone, on their iPhone iWatch or something, or Apple Watch, and it's going to pop up with like a screen, like a hologram screen of you, and that's the next level advertising or something, and you need to be able to create holograms, not videos, which is a whole another level of marketing and advertising. But with that said, that's far into the future advertising, coming up with examples of what else could be. But this is an absolute essential skill. It helps you stand out, and there's such a barrier to entry. Like, if you want to be in a space, in an advertising space where people can't really compete, because not only is the barrier to entry more expensive, the opportunity to create a video more expensive, because you either have to hire an actor or you have to have the skill and the comfort and the practice of getting onto a video and talking about your product or service you offer and getting people interested in that. So be sure to check out Tai Lopez's traffic mastery program to start learning about more about all these skills so that you can start applying it. But again, all of these skills, they take time to develop. This is not a get rich quick overnight, but if you have the skill, if you have the ability, you want to learn more about advertising, you want to learn more about how you can start to even partner with different brands yourself, then this is the opportunity for you to really start to build a massive opportunity for yourself. And with that said, thank you for watching this video. I wish you absolute success, mastery, and prosperity in your life, and have a wonderful day.